Hey, Louvain, and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. Let's continue where we left off, turn 62, August 23rd. And I again did some reorganization already, so that's nice. Let's quickly go over some of this. There were Soviets on map forces 3.262 now compared to our 3.081. Guns almost equal, tanks not so much, but alright. Let's take a look. Second Panzer Army, I think they're so divided now. I'll put it onto Yelets here, together with the 4th Army, but 4th Army is definitely going up, whereas 2nd Panzer Army is more or less going towards the side at this point. Fourth, well, let's actually go to the 2nd Army here, which incidentally also might actually need to be in units. Let's look at these. So they have nothing. They do have some stuff. 2nd Army. 2nd Panzer is close enough to the 6th Corps to be sending them that artillery, I think. And yeah, okay, that's looking reasonable for support units. Let's take a look at the units themselves. So this unit, they're at 50, so they need to refit. The question is, do I need a unit in here specifically? I don't actually think so. I'll maintain it like this. I'll do this though, and then these guys can at least refit. They have only those two. Out here, I want to have at least one. Let's actually get these across the river. These guys here, they also kind of need to move. I can still move the Slovakian Mobile Division. I can see them breaking it from this side, unfortunately. Well, you cannot move. There's no way I can push further in there. I think I'm gonna keep them there and put you in here. This cavalry can change. Okay, good. It also means, like, I would put 2nd Army in Vornesh, but I cannot do that this turn. Let's take a look here. 8, 8, 8, 9. So let's just put that cavalry under the 2nd Hungarian Army itself like that. What I also want to do is I want to start moving these guys further along. So I'm going to move them up here, because I think the Hungarians can take care of everything around here. And cover this area. Let's take a look too, because if they are not at 70, I want them to refit. If they are above 70, I want them to not refit, like any of these other guys. At 81. Let's keep these on refit regardless of whether they're at 70 for now, because the Hungarians are somewhat weaker, so than your average German unit. Okay, but 73 is okay. Okay, these guys are looking good enough, at least. How much does it help to get you away? I guess a bit, probably. Let's move them in here. And let's move the actual HQ up in here to that hex. And I guess that's okay. So let's take a look at the 2nd Panzer Army. That's looking good. Italians, they are moving along. Let's move into Chertkovo here. I'll move up further, but there's no rail line or anything. This is also a bit of a mess. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure I can switch this up somehow. No. Oh. It's the Mountain Romanian Corps here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cannot get all of them with those, and neither with the cavalry. Let's just keep it like this here. And what a mess. Okay. The 34th. Let's put everything here under the 34th. Yeah. Better be a good general. Robert Martinek. Yeah, he's decent. Do they have support? Ah, crap. 34th has barely any support units. Let's send some over. Let's see. Do they have a pioneer? They don't. And the 34th does need to be fully equipped here because how much flak do they have? None. How much is under the 6th Army itself? Nothing. Definitely need to send some stuff to the 6th Army there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is all they can do. The 4th Corps needs to take these. 1, 2, 3, 4 under the 4th, and then we'll have 5, 6. This is the 59th. Because you have that one there, but the 59th this is a bit of a disaster, this one. Because all of these also need to go under the 59th and they'll definitely not make it. Okay. Sucks, but that's going to be the way it is. These guys can't properly attack there, but I need to finish it off anyway with the units that I have here. It's a reasonable encirclement. It's a shame I cannot encircle here too. But nothing to be done about it. Now, as for that 6th Army itself, I would move it up, but 2nd Panzer Division is... Ugh, well, these guys are also so poor now that anything around here is looking like a pile of misery. Yeah, I'm gonna move out of there, which sucks really badly, but if they were to cut me off there, this would be a huge disaster. So many of my units here are in terrible shape. All right. They could do something like that. Let's move you back. They can still move in here, technically. But it's not that bad. I do have those tank forces there, technically. But just this entire thing is a bit of a problem. I have to go around like that. I'll beat them. Take that hex, because I need to work on this hero rail line. And keep you here. Okay. I will take this. You know, I'll keep moving. At least the ultimate combat result was reasonable. But what I'll do for both of these, I'll actually just leave them in that position. Let's cross the river. And I'll see if I can't get behind. Oh, they have a unit there. I can't get behind them at some point. Move you in here. I'll put them on regular. They're at 92, but they still, not only do they need to get supplies, etc. I want to get this one out. Because I think the one at Tikoretsk is, I guess, going to be a bit more important. Let's go. Of course, the moment I move away, it means that that kind of stuff is empty now. I'll put them in there. I have a whole division in here, so I can technically send one part up to Feodosia and still be fine. I don't really care that much about their position. It's just that as long as I protect all the ports, of course, for well, reenactment purposes, I guess. All right, there is that. So we'll ship it back. I have nothing to do. Except POW construction battalion, eh? Send some of these to Western Europe. Can't send any of the other divisions or anything, so I'll just take the construction units. It has no ground combat, so I would not expect my units really to suffer any attrition. Oh, what crap. Really? No. Okay, well, whatever. Not having enough forces in Norway is not that bad. No, I actually want to maintain them at 4. Shakti will go to 3. Definitely need to readjust some of these. These are still super important. Put one there. Let's also put one here at level 1. And I think that way things might be streamlined a little bit better. And Sevastopol can go to 1. Only one that I needed is at Kerch. Alright, here we go. Abandoning Stalingrad. Who would have imagined? It's interesting that after all this time, it kind of like now feels like I cannot hold it. Because they put too many units in there. I wonder what effect that has on the amount of units that they have there, but we'll see. I mean, I don't need Stalingrad for the points. It would be nice to take in the next, whatever, 5 turns or so, if I do have the ability, but I'm too exhausted in that area now to try and take it. Yeah. So that's a bit of a problem. I don't know what depot they are capturing. But, okay. Once again, we have rain here that we'll have to deal with, and mud. So, bad for advances. So, I'll probably take it easy a little bit on the next turn. I mean, last turn I did some... serious movement there, but it kind of sucks. Let's hope it will be better again next turn. Nothing you can do, I guess. But not ideal. I'm 4 hexes away from Tambov, and now I am touching Ryazan. So I need both Tambov and Ryazan for a victory. Yeah, things are... It does really feel like the Soviet lines are really on the cusp of breaking down entirely, especially in the center. But it feels like every single turn we're just barely not there yet. And I think almost everything I've done so far has been in... I'm trying to zoom in, by the way. Everything I've done so far is working towards that. But as long as they keep up those kind of attacks, it certainly keeps things interesting. I'm happy they attack there because it means they're not that focused on this, at least during these attacks. I'm still trying to zoom in here. It seems like their front towards Moscow is almost all but faded, or at least their first defensive line, because who knows what else they have in the back there. Yeah, okay. Seems like they barely made it, but who knows. Wow. Again, can we zoom in? No? And they have serious forces here, so... Ugh. Well, it's only the regiment that they kicked out. I want to get that regiment out regardless. Oh, it's an interesting attack. Yeah, it was unlikely that they're going to succeed there a second time, pushing me back further. Ugh. Man, these attacks have been extremely brutal there. Okay. As always, the Soviets seem to be able to muster up significant forces wherever they please. That's obviously not the case, but... yeah. Seems like they put a few units around there. Doesn't mean that they took... They might have taken some kind of depot or something here, if that's their movement like that. Of course, we have Borisov-Gelbsk over here. It would be interesting to cut this rail line too, although they do have the rail line towards Tambov from here regardless. So still some major Soviet resistance, at least that they've been able to put there. Seems like that held at least for now. This too. Not this time. But I'll be curious to see if they can get in there. They would need to move a unit till here. They cannot just get out. Yeah, this fight for the rail line is also pretty interesting. Because taking these and then this hopefully will at least bring it up, but yeah. Things are going well, but sometimes you would think that based on these attacks they are not going as well as I would have liked, and that's kind of true up to a certain extent. Things are complicated, as they always are. Facebook status, complicated. It's complicated. Yeah, certainly moving out of Stalingrad is, and getting my ass kicked. Man, those panzers are being run down by the Soviets in there. Like, they definitely have the advantage in the Stalingrad area. But that's pretty much about the only area where they can muster up a powerful force at the moment. And as long as I'm beating them everywhere else, kind of, I'm okay with that. It seems like they're having some issues forming a front line. If I can push up towards here, that would also be exceptionally nice. I think Pyatigorsk is here or here. It's one of the two as well. And they're busy with that front line for quite a while here. if I cut them off from this rail line or move towards Akarsk, I think? Akhtarsk naval base. Cut them off. That's another good 20, 25,000 maybe. I'd say maybe at least 15. Let's just say they have 884. Yeah. Something like that. Then you're already looking at 18,000 or 20,000, sorry. So it's up for debate whether they do have those numbers. They do tend to lean towards 10,000 per division. At this point, I'm kind of wondering whether the game didn't just get stuck, but I'll just leave it running for a while and see whether it actually starts doing something. Okay, I'm back, and they took the South Stalingrad depot. There we go. It seems like the game just got stuck on the enemy loading it or trying to make a front line, so I had to reload there. Kind of sucky, but I was stuck for at least 10 minutes. I don't know, coupled with that other problem that I've been having, not seeing the movement, I'll be pleased to finish this campaign. I know we have only a few more turns left at that, so I just kind of want to get it over with at this point and then update the game. I don't like updating the game in between a playthrough, so I'm kind of just always working with the same rules. I like that a lot more, but the problem is that yeah, I really need to update, and I can't currently. So like I said, I kind of want to get it over with, update the game, and then I'm good to go. I'm also especially looking forward to playing the Stalingrad to Berlin campaign again, as I played that in the War in the East 1, and it was relatively easy to win back then. It doesn't seem to be so easy now, that's for sure. So I'm really curious to see whether we can muster up the forces to win this time. It seems the AI is a lot better at that. Although you can still put your question marks with how good the AI is still. As they do make some pretty questionable decisions. Man, we held here last time, I think. And there too. This is unfortunate. You always see, of course, that you're doing worse when you have to reload. Even though it wasn't even my fault. That's kind of unfair. Like, these numbers are a lot worse than they were the last time. Yeah, okay. If it becomes really excessive, that would really suck. Like if they suddenly were to encircle these guys. 30 tanks. The only thing that can save it now is holding this position. Yeah, that happened last time too. Eight to 0, huh? This thing also still has 33. Kind of rough. Here we go again. Interesting that they choose to attack here too instead of trying to get down there. Maybe they wouldn't have the movement. Although it seems to me they would have been able to get through there. I would think they would. Like, it seems to be the better option. Let's just see if it gets stuck again. I would hope not. They still have a lot of supplies, by the way, at Voronezh and Levi Roshos. Wow. That's unpleasant. That also did not happen last time. So this really did go significantly worse than last time here. And this too, like, come on. Really? Okay. I mean, look, I like to complain, but I do think it's a little bit of a bitch to crash the game and then I'm doing a lot worse than I did the first time. That is pretty nasty. Or maybe just, yeah, I don't know. That's just really weird. Like they're doing a lot more attacks this time too. But at least I'm hearing a lot of sounds, so that's good. That means it doesn't get stuck here, as it shouldn't. Now, what's maybe more important is how they're gonna pull up that front line. Alright, we'll probably lose a point, or I think, for not having enough units in certain places. Most likely, that is. Interesting to see also the Soviet rail lines here. They are orange for the most part, at least towards Moscow, and then from there They seem to be mostly green. We've been building up quite a bit of fortifications in that area. 420, I didn't lose anything. So order of battle 3.118 to 3.352 now. Only Soviet partisans. They've abandoned Ryazan itself entirely. This held at least. This is one big mess. This held. They abandoned Voronezh. This held too. I don't even know what to say about this at all. All right. What I'm most surprised about is that the Soviets seem to kind of... Yeah, this it holds, okay. Not necessarily like abandon these areas, but some of their front lines seem really weak, and then in other parts they keep maybe even too many units. But I can't really say too much about that, I guess. Nothing there. Makes sense. All right, let's it's funny that they leave those heavy woods empty too. Ah. It's a shame they put a unit in there. Still makes it hard to move forward at that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up. Want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.